morning, my brothers and sisters, on this episode number 167. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we continue discussing the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I'm one of your four hosts, the Brazilian Mountaineer and a platinum-killing Spartan, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, the judge of the jury and the executioner of fake news and Long John Silver's himself, Patrick Novosel.
I feel like we have some deja vu going on right now. I don't know about you,
right.
but yeah, it's a little different today.
I'm feeling it in my spleen.
No, not mine's in my gallbladder, not my spleen.
You must be from the southern part of the country.
Yes, we do things differently down here.
Is this happening? What's going on here?
On his left and my right, the volleyball and beast of the East, who can make you laugh in 3 words or less, or your money back, Ronnie Johantis.
Hi.
Hi. And last, but certainly not least, the final member of our GMG quadfecta, who's got music in his heart, Pokemon plops on his brain, and La Carreta in his old stomacho, the candy corn king himself, Marc Boucher.
I got nothing at this point. I'm trying to recover from feeling dejected.
It's all good. It's all good. For those of you who didn't hear our first go at this, we had a corrupted file.
Which is none of you.
Yeah, we had a first go at this. That was the thing.
That's true. But you know what? Nonetheless, we carry on and we take a second take. And it's worth it because we have a guest with us tonight, the illustrious Watson.
Hello.
To introduce him, Marc Boucher, I'm going to hand it off to you. Go.
Yeah. So he is one of the hosts of the Co-op Trio podcast. He is also a streamer on Twitch as well. Streams all sorts of things from Harry Potter to Pokemon to Splitgate, which is a lot of where I join him. And so, of course, he is Watson. How's it going, man?
Hey, it's going good. Thanks so much for having me on twice.
Yep.
In the same night.
You were that good of a host, or that good of a guest.
That's awesome. I'm grateful to be here again.
You're the first repeat guest we've had.
First repeat guest on the same night.
Dang, that's an accomplishment.
Accurate. That is accurate
take that.
information.
But seriously, thank you so much, guys.
Watson, we have a special treat for you because we are breaking out a new segment just for you, the GMG QG, the Good Morning Guys Question Gauntlet. And each of us is going to just ask you a question. We prepared nothing. So we want to get to know you real quick before we jump into our topic. We're foregoing our updates. Everybody who's been listening to us, they're really sick of hearing what the four of us have to say about ourselves. So we're just giving you the floor to tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm going to go ahead and start since I gave these guys no warning whatsoever.
I'm ready.
What are your top 3 GOAT video games of all time?
My top 3 go-to video games of all time.
Yep.
I thought you were going to go to us first. You take the easiest question right off the top.
That's right, my friend.
Real though.
Jerk.
Rocket League #1.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to play some Rocket League then for sure.
Hey, real quick, Watson, tell us gridiron mode. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Ooh.
We were almost friends.
All right.
It's
Wrong answer.
It's not competitive enough. It's not competitive enough.
Not competitive. Your own teammates steal the ball from you.
That's
at
the
the
problem.
Kickoff.
That's the problem.
Stupid. It's so stupid. I will give you that.
Worst.
That's what
you are
It
the
is the
worst kind
worst.
of person if you're the person that steals the ball at the beginning.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ronnie,
Yeah.
me and you.
I will
catch up
deduct
after
$5
this.
Jesus dollars every time.
Shut up. The world will never know. Or they will.
Yeah.
That was in the first one.
Okay, so sorry. Yes, Rocket League.
Okay, and so I'm gonna lump this whole series into one. So the next one will be the Harry Potter video games. I've been going through those.
Oh, okay.
The like not the Lego ones because those are trash. I'm talking about like the actual.
What?
Wow.
Whoa.
fired.
I'm
Bro,
sorry.
0 for 2, man.
Man,
The actual.
I'm really questioning our relationship right now.
But yeah, so the actual Harry Potter games from like 2004, like Chamber of Secrets, Sorcerer's Stone, those are super fun. I'm going through those, really enjoying it. So that's like quickly gone to the top of my list. And then the third game, I'll probably go with Battlefield 4, just because like that was the game that got me back into video games, because I was really actually never into video games that much. So that like really sucked me in. And then right after that was Rocket League. So those are my top three.
Nice.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. All right, Ronnie, you got a question?
I do. It changed after I found out about Rocket League. So, do you mostly play competitive? And if
Yeah.
so, what is your rank?
I'll be honest. I played with the people who I don't want to call them out or anything, but have kept me lower than where I feel like I should have been.
Now you definitely need to call them out. Who are they? Tell us.
Luckily, I don't think any of them will ever hear this podcast. Not that
Fair
I don't
enough.
want them to hear your podcast, just not this episode.
Are you attesting to not wanting them to hear our podcast?
There's another
This would
one.
all be so much funnier if anybody heard the first
I was gonna say
episode.
this whole episode is just gonna be inside jokes. Nobody's gonna understand what's going on. But yeah. So it was what's the one after gold? I'm sorry. It's just
Platinum?
it's just platinum. I felt like I
Okay.
should have been higher, but
So I'm in platinum. I feel like I probably should be lower, to be fair, because I play with a person that's way better than me all the time.
okay.
But yeah, it is. I do like playing competitive. He always wants to play competitive. I'm pretty sure he would. Oh, I would be willing to bet if he played a little bit more, he may be able to get up to like the diamond level.
Yeah, I'm gonna be cocky here. I definitely could have got to diamond.
Good.
Nice.
But I had to teach every
All right,
time.
well, I'll be the goalie then if we ever play.
Dude, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
I'm gonna bring him because we look better as a pair. If it's just me, like I'm just gonna look like a crappy Rocket League player.
Okay. And now I just have to like after this episode, I'm gonna have to like go practice. So I can so when we're playing together, you're like, nah, dude, this dude's a silver. What is he talking about?
It'll be the game where it seems like my first time ever playing, probably.
Right? It's always when somebody's watching. It's like, hey,
It
check
is.
this out.
You get all these miracle clips saved, but then when you play in front of them, you're just like an amateur hour.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right, Mark, what's your question?
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna shoot myself in the foot with this question, but here it goes. So, what are your thoughts on candy corn?
For eating, trash. For artwork, for like Halloween school artwork, perfect. It's amazing. Like,
Yep,
all
suddenly
right,
have
all
a hole in
right.
my foot.
the bat
Yeah.
teeth, or
Watson.
like a fence.
We've now become acquaintances again. So
Right.
Yes.
headed in the
Well,
right
perfect for
direction.
fences.
Good night, everybody.
You're coming back.
Oh man.
No, do you actually eat it?
Yeah,
Like, is that a real thing?
yes, that is a
Do
real
people
thing.
do that?
Yeah, lots of people.
They don't
do
just
that.
make artwork in school. Kids shove it up their nose. That's all
Sure,
it's
yeah,
good for.
the whole industry sells it for nothing. And
Let's hold on. Back up. You eat that stuff?
So what is your candy of preference for Halloween?
Honestly, my favorite candy bar is a Butterfingers.
Nice. Good choice.
I can't be too mad at you with that.
Still mad, but can't be too bad.
Yep, little mad.
Ever since I've had it
Fair.
there.
Little mad.
But like you said, Mark, you shot yourself in the foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, Mark
the-
defending candy corn is one of my favorite things on this podcast.
And I will do so until the day I die.
I'm surprised he
Like,
didn't have his bag of Brock's there. His Brock's candy corn. Be like, it's right
Nope.
here.
It's all
It's
gone.
good.
It's all gone. Season's past.
Fair enough.
You threw your
Until
artwork
next
out,
year.
No. No, that's a waste to me. Like that whole meme of
Do you
like,
do the candy corn teeth, Mark, when you're eating them, though?
no, I don't. No. No, that whole meme of like the step 1, open the bag, step 2, throw it in the trash kind of thing.
I can attest to that.
Yeah. I would say step 3, give the candy to me, you wasteful human being.
I would never spend my money on it.
You still want it with like the glue all over it?
Well, that's why you stop it before you put the glue on it. Not that kind of a person.
I love this.
I'm sure you do.
That's the sassiest Marc gets with anything.
Yes, it's so funny.
I get it though. When everybody doesn't like what you like, it's frustrating.
Yeah, I kind of have to put my, dig my heels in with certain things.
Yep.
I mean, you guys like what you like, that's fine, but I'm going to defend what I like.
Just in a bunker by yourself with a machine gun.
It's a
Popping
great,
candy corn.
It's a great
Yes.
bunker.
He's in a lounge chair.
Using
The
candy corn as bullets.
bunker.
He's just throwing up in the air, catching them in his mouth.
Hey,
Enjoying life.
put it this
putting
way,
his-
the candy corn will last longer than any of us, so,
That is an
not a
apocalypse.
good
Yes,
thing.
just like cockroaches.
if your food doesn't expire, that
I'm sorry, candy corn does not taste like a cockroach.
I'm just saying, your logic of it lasting forever doesn't help.
There's a fair chance that if
Okay.
zombies come, we're all going to be eating candy corn.
I'd rather eat the roach. Like
I 100% will eat the candy corn.
Y'all
I'm
just
afraid of
aren't
bugs.
eating the right stuff. But I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go by this time.
All right. Patrick, question?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the video game question. How many living things do you have in your house?
sorry, what?
That's
I'm so confused.
that's a deep pick,
How many?
I saw something
living-
running around earlier.
Okay. How many living things do I have in my house? Well, if we're
that you
including-
own, not counting like random stuff that just comes in there, like a spider or a fly.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
don't own my roommate, but I do have a roommate. So, other than myself, I have 12 cats and one roommate.
12
12
cats.
cats.
That's
12
When I
dedication.
found out about the
Cats.
cats earlier, I was hoping there was going to be like, well, I have 12 cats, but I also have 7 iguanas and 3 snakes.
Tarantula.
Just a zoo.
Just a zoo. Yeah, I live on a farm. No, I live in an apartment. That's the worst part. I live in an apartment, and my apartment complex thinks I have 2 cats. That's
Nice.
what's on the
I mean,
lease.
are they loud cats? Like I could just hear them like when one meows, it's like domino effect. They all start meowing.
No, they're fairly quiet. There's
Yeah.
only one who, like, he has the 3 a.m. wake up call.
Nice.
No, I
What
don't
is that one?
sleep.
That was a sarcastic nice.
There's
Yeah.
always that one.
It's his name's Strider. He'll wake me up at like 3 a.m. It's trash.
Sounds like a jerk.
He is.
Do they all have
Oh.
like awesome names like Strider?
So I have Strider, Pumpkin, Flareon, Snow, Ella, No Name, and
No name. Hey,
I
you.
love it.
Yeah.
Hey, you get over here.
no, it's No Name's his name.
Oh, no name's the name. All
Yeah,
right.
his name is just No Name. Like
Like the horse with no name. It's the cat with no name.
Yeah, his name is
All right.
name is No Name, and then the 4 kittens. I'm sorry, the 5 kittens. I don't have names for them yet because I'm trying to get rid of them.
That's true.
And once you name
them,
them, that's a step
Yeah.
towards permanence.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what happened. That's why I named No Name. He was the last one to be named. I was like, ugh.
So, like, do you have a room dedicated to kitty litter?
Kitty litter. Like, no, not all. Well, I mean, my room is it's not the kitty litter, but that's where I keep it.
All right.
It's- the floor
sleeping
is
on the beach.
kitty litter.
Oh my gosh. But actually, like, I mean, this is kind of boring talk, but I've stepped away from like the normal kitty litter, and like, I don't know if you guys have cats.
No.
but- okay.
do
Well,
not.
I have enough for if you guys want one. I have enough.
You guys are looking for cats.
Uh,
I have an indoor and an outdoor cat.
Okay. But so I've gone to the wood pellets to pretty cool because like they're just like wood pellets. So then like once they go to the bathroom on it, it like disintegrates into like sawdust, and it smells way better, and it's lighter to throw away. Super cool.
Nice.
I don't know. Boring cat fact for you.
All right.
It's cheaper too.
We tried those crystal ones before. Like we have one.
Pretty Litter? You tried Pretty Litter?
Yeah, I think that is what it's called. We have one smug, pompous cat like that is the princess. But I just found like it didn't really work much better than we thought it would. It didn't work as good as we thought.
You should definitely try the wood pellet one. It's cheaper than any regular cat litter, and it smells like wood. Like it smells like a garage. I like it.
Nice. That's better than cat pee.
Well, it smells like a garage that where
I think anything's better than cat pee.
Sneak into your garage.
A garage where cats have snuck in.
Yeah, and you can't quite pinpoint where it's at, but it's in
there. I was really hoping you were going to say you potty trained them, and that was your answer.
That would make life so much easier.
That'd be awesome.
But it would
I feel like it's hard to teach cat it's hard to teach cats like tricks. I mean, they're not like dogs that want to please you. They don't care.
It's true.
No,
true.
Yeah,
they don't care about you.
Can you just imagine like me waiting in line in the morning to use the toilet? Like, there's just
6 other cats in line in front of you.
Right. I just wake up, you have to go to the bathroom really bad in the morning. You're just like, the door's shut. You're like, excuse me. You just hear this.
Yeah. You're like, no name. Get out of there. You're done.
Right.
It's been 20 minutes.
You open the door and then the next one just runs right in. It's like, oh man, that'd be hilarious. Somebody should make a skit with that.
Write it down. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first.
Yep. Well, that brings us to the topic of the show: how to train your pet to use a toilet. Let's do this.
Not prepared for this one.
Are we ready? No, but seriously, folks, we do have a topic. As Marc mentioned at the top of the show, Watson is a part of a little streaming group called Co-op Trio. And so that'll just bring us right to the topic of the show, co-op gaming. That's right, folks. We are talking about co-op gaming, video games, board games. I know they have those. I can't think of any other gaming that.
Are we talking about board games?
No,
he's opened it up to it now.
I'm not closing off the option.
We could try to teach Patrick a card game.
I mean,
we could.
Good idea.
Let's do it right now.
That's a good idea.
And the PTSD sets in.
There it comes.
Watson, we had what episode was this? Was that 100?
41?
Yeah.
40 is episode 41.
Oh, yeah, it was 41.
It's like a random number.
Yeah, so we had a live. We all actually got together. Me and Pat are in Ohio. Marc, what are you in Virginia, Marc?
Yep.
Now that I'm blanking on this.
Yep.
And then Lucas obviously is in Brazil, but we were all together,
Obviously.
and we decided to have a, like a little live taping party / thing. And Marc decided he was going to teach us all how to play Exploding Kittens.
Oh, okay.
Well, Patrick and I happened to. Let me think of how to say this. We happened to sneak into the adult beverages early. So by the time we were ready to play, Pat was unteachable. That's the best description I could give you. He just kept trying to play every card that he had at all times.
Like, what is this? What does that even mean? What's that?
That's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, there was no co-oping with that game.
No.
Should have kicked me from the party.
There was
Probably.
opping, but there was no co-oping.
Yeah. It was unfortunate. We couldn't kick you because it was your house.
Yeah,
Yes. We could have said, go to your room.
Just go to bed. Just go to bed.
Go to bed.
Mel, would you get down here and get him?
So, guys, co-op gaming. Let's all just start by sharing maybe like our first experiences when we first couch co-opted, and go from there. So why don't we start with our guest, Watson?
Okay. I don't know if this is like my first, but like I remember the Halo campaigns being like the forefront of my childhood co-op gaming. That was such a blast, and really memorable. Tried to play with my brother, that didn't work out, but with my friends, it was fun. So it's kind of like that's my first memory.
Those were so much
Nice.
fun, though.
Oh yeah.
Those campaigns, they were awesome.
So my first memory would probably be, I guess, with the NES, the original NES, just with Mario. And like I would try my hardest to never be Luigi. I never wanted to be Luigi. But just going back and forth, between Mario and Luigi playing the original Super Mario Brothers. I think that's probably my earliest.
Who did you play with?
Probably my friends, like
Okay.
my friend Colin, growing up, and probably others. I think I played with my brother Bruce at one point. I'm sure I played with I don't know if I played Super Mario with my dad, but my dad had this horrible I'd play wrestling with him. Like we played WCW NWO Revenge quite a bit. And the problem is like playing with my dad, he knows he's not good at video games and he knows that like I am. So just to mess around with me, and cuz he knew the fact that I would get annoyed by it, he would keep trying to quit the game. Like every He would like go to try to press the reset button or try to actually quit out of the game, or like he'd mess around with the game. Like I think I told you guys about when we played WCW NWO Revenge and you're playing a tag team match, just watching the way that you use the motion for your player, whoever's outside the ring, to like doing like a tag me in kind of motion, and it would just look like this. And you just keep spamming that.
For those who can't see, it looks like Marc is calling for a taxi.
Yeah. So it's like, come on, tag me in. And you keep pressing it over and over and over and over again. But yeah, earliest memory would be with Super Mario for sure.
Nice.
For me, earliest memories was with the NES, and it was with games like Rampage and Contra. Contra was the biggest one. The 30 live code where it's like up, down, left, right, BA. Playing that through with my brother. I played most with my older brother. He's about 18 months older than I am. So we did a lot of co-op gaming, whether it was Tecmo Bowl, Rampage, Contra, Jackal, a whole bunch of different things. And that really started my love for gaming.
Jackal. What is Jackal? I recognize all the others, but I'm not familiar with Jackal.
Jackal was like a top-down game where it's like a war game, and you can drive around in like jeeps and shoot just guns and machine guns and tanks and things like that. So cool. Yeah, you're mostly driving around in jeeps, which is pretty fun.
Nice. Ronnie, how about you, bud?
So for me, Marc actually got pretty close with it. It's not my first memory, but it's my most memorable. Was the N64. WCW NWO Revenge was a huge one. I think like as a kid, it was like the first time like, oh, you mean all four of us like can play like in the same ring together? Like we played so many hours of that. And I'm trying to think of the other N64 games. I know we played a ton of GoldenEye.
Yep.
With that being like kind of the first of its kind, like at the time I was like, wow, this is so awesome. I remember thinking to myself, like, this is so realistic. Like, when we were younger. Now you go back to it and it's like, it looks like you're in Minecraft. So
pretty much.
But yeah, those games, the N64, I think just it kind of set itself apart.
Yeah, those are my biggest memories of co-op gaming, is specifically like couch co-op gaming, is the N64 era, because I remember I had a party, like a overnight sleepover kind of party, and That's all we did was play co-op N64 games like Super Mario Kart, or not Mario Kart
Yeah,
64,
and everybody can play. Like, it was so much
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Nice.
Who's next?
For me, it all started with Nintendo. Mark already talked about Super Mario Brothers, not wanting to be Luigi. Luigi was definitely my dad's role. I got Mario always, and then he would play as Luigi. And we would just, with the original Mario, you just took turns, and then whoever lived longest got to keep playing. And after a couple of weeks, I think I kept living and my dad kept dying. And I don't think we played much after that, but we did do Duck Hunt and Track and Field. We actually played that trifecta cartridge where it had all three.
Yeah.
That was like the best, but my dad would destroy me in Track and Field and the Duck Hunt game, at least for the first year or so until I figured things out. But
also, like to add,
on,
I think those are the last games that dads like could just come in and be better than us at.
Yeah,
Right.
Like those simple games like that. Now it's like, nope.
Nope, not happening anymore.
Yeah.
But the other co-op game that I thought of that is a really early memory that I just it was such a memorable time is when I had like one of my first slumber parties at my house, and we played I think it was, I can't remember if it was the first or second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Brawler. I think it was the second one because the first one was like a side scroller that was like crazy hard.
Yeah.
It was the Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade. The one was based off the arcade cabinet. I played through that with some friends, and we played it from beginning to end, like beat it at like 3:00 in the morning. And we were like half awake, delirious, but it was awesome. Like we were
Nice.
hyped up on Mountain Dew and, snacks and stuff. So that was a really cool memory getting to play that. And yeah, so those are probably definitely my earliest.
Nice.
From there, I mean, I know that, I think there's been times when it's kind of gone back and forth in culture and in terms of like what people are playing, like whether it's couch co-op or online or competitive or cooperative, like it's all over the place. But I wanted to read some of what our joiners, that's who we call our listeners, Watson, just in case you're wondering.
Very nice. Very nice.
Wanted to hear what some of their, favorites were. Bacon Horizon 5, which is Tim Pollen. He said, my buddy Joel and I played Gears 4 and Halo 5 co-op. It was a great way to catch up every week.
Nice.
Nice.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah.
Spacehawk 91. Caleb said, me and my brother always played Gears of War and Halo.
Are they brothers?
Looks like we got a trend going on. I know, right? Does he also go by Joel? He's like Caleb and Joel. When he's in Iowa, his name is Joel. Yeah. It's interesting that, both these guys bring up Gears of War and Halo. I'll be honest that I never played Gears of War co-op. I only played the first game through the campaign and wasn't a huge fan, but Halo, I was in college when I want to say Halo had already come out, and then Halo 2 came out my freshman year in college. I'm kind of an old man, so I was further along than some of you young whippersnappers. But man, discovering the LAN party for the first time where like you could connect multiple people's rooms and everyone, I mean, like it took
Game changer.
It took over the freshman like south wing second floor. Like you had everybody together and like you would have a match, everybody screaming at each other. Then at the end of the match, people would jump out and like yell at each other and laugh at each other. And then you would all go back to the room and have a rematch or whatever, using sniping with pistols was one of my favorite things to do before before they
nerfed that early pistol
thing. That pistol was OP as crap.
It was awesome. I loved it.
It was.
It was the equalizer for me. Like that's the last time I was good at multiplayer Halo was when was in the first game, Blood Gulch, getting the pistol and just running at someone.
Yeah,
before they fixed it. But yeah, how about you guys? Did you guys have any later on LAN parties or Halo experiences that you want to share?
Yeah, I definitely did. I was in high school at the time, but we would actually go and hang out at a buddy's for like the whole weekend and We'd have 4 Xboxes. Everybody would just be set up like in a different room, different space. Of course, we had like miles of Ethernet cord, so we could just run it to at any spot. But it was so much fun, like just yelling back and forth in between the rooms and stuff. Like that was the best.
Yeah. I don't know like how many of you have like a religious background or Christian background or whatever. But like I remember our youth group always putting on Halo LAN parties. And having like we had a game night at our youth pastor's house one time. And it was right when the Nintendo Wii came out. So like it was part LAN party, part online, part, it was just like they had every system and all that. And I just remember it was like right when Nintendo came out, like the Wii and the throwing the nunchucks like at the wall. We threw it at his TV so many times.
Oh no.
Are you serious? You threw it at his TV?
Not on purpose.
Well, no, but
yeah,
like you guys.
absolutely.
Oh man.
Absolutely. He never held it again.
Yeah, we
Never
still have a
again.
Wii in my house, and with my kids, like literally to this day, we've played Wii. I wouldn't say 100 times, but we've played it dozens upon dozens of times, and every time I'm like, "Okay, get this strap, put it on your wrist,
Yep.
pull it real tight. Is your hand turning blue? Okay, a little tighter. Okay, good. That baby's
Right.
not coming off of you, because so help me if that thing hits our TV.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I never had growing up like through, my childhood years, we never had a good enough internet connection to be able to do LAN parties. I would always hear stories of people doing LAN parties. I didn't get a chance to do any of that type of stuff until I went to college, because each dorm room has its own Ethernet connection, and so we were able to play. Like I think my sophomore and junior and senior year, I think we had 2 Xboxes, Xbox 360s in the room, and we'd always be playing Halo 3 was the game at the time, together, and be playing with people in the hall and stuff like that. But yeah, before that, like we had decent internet at my dad and my stepmom's house, but like if you were to go to my mom's house and like before my parents got divorced, we had dial-up internet for the longest time, and that was a nightmare. And so there was no way I was playing LAN parties. But
Honestly, it was almost better to not have internet than have that like AOL dial-up.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
It was just torture.
I had Earthlink, which was even worse.
oh yeah.
Even
That's like
worse.
bottom
than
of the
kids.
barrel.
Yeah.
I knew and pitied kids that had Earthlink. I was like, dude, you got to get AOL.
The only
Fake
thing-
mail.
The only thing that rivals that is Net Zero.
Oof. Yep.
Yeah. My mom, she got like a free trial of Earthlink, because we get the free trials of AOL. But we got a free trial of like Earthlink, and then she was like, "Oh, it's cheap and it works." And I was like, well, "It takes like 3 days to watch a YouTube video that's like 2 minutes long, and then if you want to call somebody, I gotta stop and start over again."
That is
Yep.
correct.
It was horrible. Hated it.
Kids today have it
These
so
kids
good.
will never understand.
They'll never understand.
Yeah, now they
So
got like
simple now.
fiber. Like, jeez.
Everything is just
Yeah.
right there. Bam.
Yep. It's true.
Although that's why we appreciate it so much more now, because we know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I never
Yeah, but
did any of these LAN parties. I think it was like between like 2004 and 2005. I didn't play games. I remember because I was in college and I was just focused on parties than playing games. But I most of my co-op gaming was in the N64 era with WCW and NWO games, the Goldeneye games, Mario Kart 64. Like that's when you had that 4-player split screen. That's pretty much where I was.
Yeah.
Goldeneye was amazing.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
I gotta
Oh my
ask
gosh.
though, really quick, what year did all of you graduate from
Oh,
high
man.
school?
Uh-oh.
I graduated in 02. in,
Oh my-
in high school. Yeah.
02?
Yeah.
Everybody else?
06.
I'm a Y2K
I
graduate.
want Lucas to say his before I say mine.
2000, baby. Right on the dot.
I was 06 also.
Oh my gosh.
What was
Dang.
yours? Was it last year?
2011.
Okay.
All right.
Sheesh.
We're old folks here.
Yep. Welcome to the Old Fogies podcast.
Hey, thanks for
Back
having
in
me,
my
boomers.
day.
Right?
Gotta put some
That's
Ben
why
Gay
we
on after this.
appreciated it,
Get
bro.
off, get off of my lawn.
Podcast smells like Ben Gay.
Mothballs and then, yeah, yep.
Just the way we like it.
Where's the peach juice?
Yeah.
They want you to take the
prune
rolls.
juice. Drink your prune juice. So speaking of being old, we've seen it all. Like we've seen us go from like couch co-op to then online gaming, and then to see things like I think things have come back to like a happy medium. In case in point, Travis Pospicel, friggin' Eggnog's contribution on the Discord. He said, the last time I played a co-op game was with my daughter, and it was It Takes Two. We didn't finish it. That's a really long game. I'm not surprised you didn't finish that, Travis. But they did that game right. Seems like the lesser-known indie games do more with co-op than AAA titles do these days. I prefer solo play, so it doesn't really bother me. And there's a lot of people out there that either do solo play or they only do like competitive online. You can really just play by yourself and you don't have to play with anyone. But like thinking of like It Takes Two, just this week started playing No Way. Oh shoot, what is it? A Way Out? Yeah.
Yes, A
Made
Way
by
Out.
the same guys. I'm playing that with Chris. I'm introducing him to that fun game. But there, there's Overcooked. There's a good many co-op games if you really look. Yeah, a lot of them are double A or indie titles, but I feel like we have a nice repertoire of co-op games at our fingertips. So do you guys have any more modern co-op games that you guys like to play?
Just always have thought there should be way more co-op. A lot of these games that come out now, like for example, the Avengers game. It's just like, why wouldn't you have like a couch co-op like campaign mode so you can play with like a friend or two? Like, I don't understand why they've just eliminated that from a lot of the newer games, because it seems like I started playing that game and I wasn't a fan of it, but if I could have like had a buddy over and played through it, I think I would have been a lot more into it.
Yeah, but I think the couch co-op thing is because of the internet nowadays and the online multiplayer. They focus their time and efforts on making an online portion rather than seeing if it will work split screen. We still have, there still are several games that come out that are a couch co-op, like the new one Sackboy for PS5. That is couch co-op. Played it with my son, but they're few and far between. Because of the online component, being able to, like Apex Legends, like being able to see the entire screen is helpful for a first-person shooter.
Yep.
Because there's so much going on in the perspective and the field of view, things like that. You need that for it to be competitive. Back when you were playing against just like your friends for like Goldeneye, when it was just like local co-op, that was great. I think it'd be great if we had more like that, but it really is a dying breed.
Yeah, it really is. For me, what it has turned into is if I have buddies over and we want to play video games, that means we're playing the Switch. That's, pretty much it. Like the Switch has a lot of different games. We actually just did that a couple nights ago. We got into some Broforce. It's been a while.
I wish they would just bring back like more party games, like the original Xbox game Fusion Frenzy, where there was like 60, 70 different party games.
I did always like that game, actually.
And I wish they would just like remaster it HD or just bring it up to
still on Game Pass.
It is on Game Pass. It's rough looking, but
it is horrible.
Yeah, it's just improve the loading time. If they even just improve the loading time, then the game is going to be much better. I just wish they would have more games like that, because there are times when I have my buddy who comes over almost every Friday night, and we play Madden. We play Madden. That's the one game that we play, We play UFC every now and again, but it's Madden, and that's the sports games. You have a sports game. That's the couch co-op. And really, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on your tastes, like for me, because I really enjoy, I said earlier that it broke my heart when Watson crapped on the Lego Harry Potter games, but I love the Lego games. Like, and I've played a vast majority of them with my kids. Played them, many of them on my own. But like having kids and kind of opening your eyes to a lot of, different types of co-op, like Rayman Legends. I asked my family tonight to contribute what they
Love
think
that
are
game.
good co-op games. And my
Yes.
son's like, Rayman Legends, Dad, you better bring it up. And I have to say that game is magical. Like you can play up to 4 people. They have instrumental levels that are almost like a
Love
side-scrolling
those
Guitar
music
Hero.
levels. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And like my kids were laughing so hard, like that belly laughing, where it's just infectious and just everybody's laughing. And it's just magical. Just experiencing that with them. But I know like when you're hanging out with the boys, hanging out with the guys, you want to be like, hey guys, you want to play some Rayman Legends? This is really cute. we should get, running through, you don't really want to play those kind of things. But when you have a pretty open, mind, or you have kids and you have the necessity to, hey, let's, I can't just break out Call of Duty and play split screen Call of Duty with my kids or whatever. I got to find other things to play. So like playing Knack, they loved Knack. We want to play Knack 2 someday, but like just that I would say because of my kids, I've been opened up to more multiplayer games, couch co-op games that I might have otherwise looked over. So
Yeah, I think the Lego games are fantastic to play couch co-op. Like there's like how many? Like 20, 25 Lego games that
Yeah,
are
at
that
least.
are out there that you can just pick up and play. I mean, they're not hard. Like any age can get in there, whether you're old geezers like us or youngins like our kids. Like that's
youngins like Watson.
it's
true.
Not
Yeah.
that young. Not that young.
But I mean, like, and they're all, it's all family friendly. So,
Yes.
like anybody can jump in on those. And there's so many different properties. You got the Pirates of the Caribbean, you got the Lord of the Rings, Marvel, a whole bunch of different Marvel ones, Harry
Yep.
Potter, whole trilogy of them.
Mhm.
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
There's like, I don't know how many Star Wars ones are there.
I
mean,
can't wait for the Skywalker saga to come out.
Yeah.
I told the kids as soon as that comes out, we're dropping all the other games, and that's all we're gonna
That
play.
game is taking
Yeah.
entirely too long to come out.
I know. I'm really nervous.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why they're taking so long on that, because that was supposed to come out like last year,
Yeah.
like early last year.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
not sure what's happening there, but there's so many other games to play.
Yep.
I don't care
Yeah.
when something gets delayed.
Yep. Yeah, I think the one co-op game for me that I frequent the most with my family and friends, I've used it when I was youth leader at my church, is the Jackbox games.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
That
For
is
sure.
like perfect party games. They're always hilarious and fun to do. Absolutely love, like, to this day, my family and I, like, we love Fibbage. Fibbage is our
Mhm.
favorite game in the Jackbox collection that we always love to play. Jackbox just does a great job each year of creating some like fun, inventive games that gets everybody involved. I mean, they play off the fact that everybody's got a smartphone now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
literally have your controller in your hand all the
And
time.
there's no app. You just go to the browser.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so it's always a lot of fun. So that's the number one, I think, local co-op for me. I mean, obviously I play multiplayer stuff online all the time. I mean, obviously Apex
Yeah.
and Halo and Splitgate and all those games, we play online all the time. I mean, that's a lot of how Watson and I kind of got a lot closer was through games like that. So
Definitely through
Yeah.
Splitgate.
Almost every year we have people over
Yeah.
for New Year's,
Mhm.
and it's Jackbox we'll bust out Jackbox, and everybody can play. Everyone just gets out their phone. And that one game, I can't remember what the one game is, where it's a scenario and 2 people pick, and everyone votes on which one.
Quiplash.
Quiplash.
Yeah.
Quiplash is usually the favorite.
It's so
whenever we
funny,
play.
and it gets inappropriate so fast. And it's the
It
best part.
definitely
That's the
does.
best part.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I just want to say, like, since I don't have any family, I played.
Got your cats. Don't knock your cats.
That's
They're
true.
family.
That's true. The only game they like is like the little like bug swatter on the phone.
All right.
Yeah, it's not really co-op. They're kind of selfish.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, they're like, get in line. You know the rules. Anyways, I played It Takes Two with our old host Benita, and that was a blast. That was like the first co-op game I played in a long time, which was amazing. The story was killer, and how they were able to do like everything like as a co-op like thing. It was just I don't know how to explain it. Like just all the scenarios and what you were able to do, and then
Yeah.
I don't want to give any spoilers because if you haven't played it, it's definitely a game you should check out. And you can play with online or couch co-op, which is really cool.
Isn't it on Game Pass now?
It is on Game Pass. I will
Yes.
say, since you guys are also like family friendly podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
It
we
is
shoot
not.
for.
Okay, it is not a family friendly game.
Yeah, there's some adult themes in there for sure.
Yeah, and there's a nudity scene because it's in the beginning, just because they're in prison. But then you have the complete polar opposite, like you said, Lucas, earlier, with a way out. Or sorry, I meant to say
Yeah, you
Way
switched
Out.
them
Yeah,
around.
I totally
Yeah.
switched
I was
that
like,
up.
"There's a nudity scene in It Takes Two."
I'm like racking my brain over here.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about A Way Out.
Telling
Yeah.
you, man, that book. Ugh.
Gosh, A Way Out. Yeah, that book is that book. So.
Take a look at my butt.
But yeah, sorry. So A Way Out is the prison one. Complete polar opposite from It Takes Two.
Yes, right.
Both are amazing. I played It Takes Two with Aki on his channel, and
Yeah.
it was amazing. Like you said, it's a really long game. Took us like 3 streams, which were like each 6 hours long.
Yeah. Patrick
Yeah.
and I are crawling through it right now.
Yeah, it's so fun, and like they have so many interactive like mini games, and then all the levels. Like there's almost everything in the rooms you can interact with to some degree. It's like they put a lot of work into that game.
For sure.
Yeah, that so both of those games I played through with Marc and Lucas. We're currently working on It Takes Two. We're I don't know, maybe 3/4 of the way through it, but I wish
I've
there
reserved
were.
the next 2 Thursdays to finish it.
That's right.
We're
That's
gonna
right.
finish it.
Yes. Yeah. We're
Just to remind you,
it's taken like
no
2
Apex
months for us to
on
finish it.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Because it is a long game, but it's one of those games where it's just like because there's every single level is different, and they throw in a
Yes.
new game mechanic every
Yes.
single level, and it's just like it's something new and it keeps it fresh,
Yeah.
which is really really fun in a co-op game. So you're not it's not monotonous, not by any means.
100% agree.
I wish there were more games like this.
Yes.
Where you have this type of co-op, and really the only 2 games that are like this are from the same developer.
Yep.
And I really want other developers and publishers to see this and branch out and tell stories like this, because this is really great, not only in couch but also online, because it's a story-driven game.
Yeah.
It's not competitive.
Right.
Exactly.
Also,
Unless
I
you're
wanna-
playing mini games.
Right. Oh, the mini games are super competitive.
Yeah.
They had
Now
the
s-
full-blown chess, and I got wrecked. I got wrecked.
That happens.
But
Yeah.
I just want to say really quick that let me just make sure I get the game right. It Takes Two, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Not
kid one.
prison.
Not prison. It's not prison game. It's really cool because if you are playing online, you can have the friend pass. So if one person buys the game, you have the friend pass.
It's for both of them, actually. A Way Out also.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's how I did it. Anyways, but The friend pass thing is amazing. Like
Yeah,
only one
just-
person has to buy it. You can play with multiple friends. All they have to do is download like
the demo.
the demo part, and then it's like
Yep.
that's amazing. That's a
Yeah.
concept that needs to be put out
Yeah,
there, because like
That's smart.
every Nintendo game you have to buy double of. Like if you want to like do a co-op, like
Yeah.
everybody has to own
Right.
Mario Party unless you're in the same house. But like
Right,
Mario Party,
obviously.
everybody has to own it. It's just like, and Nintendo doesn't sell their games for anything cheaper than $60. So
That is correct.
Yeah, that's one thing you never find with Nintendo is a good enough sale. It's like, yeah, 5% off this game. Yeah. mhm.
It's a Black Friday deal. 6% off.
It's now $57.99.
Mhm. Now, Patrick, you noting that more companies need to do this kind of rolls into our last joiner comment and question. Well, I guess it's more of a comment, but it'll lead to a question. Ryan, Unpopular Opinion Straubby said, the next Uncharted and Spider-Man games need to be co-op.
Yep.
I think if Uncharted Lost Legacy was a bit more like the co-op mode in Uncharted 2, it could have been an amazing game. Since we've had a Peter Parker and Miles Morales story, it's time to bring those spider peeps together for a co-op game. I 100% agree
Yeah.
with you, Ryan. I would love at least something that gives you the option or a portion, like I don't know. Like I can't see how there's not going to be some co-op option with the next Spider-Man game when we've completely played with Miles and Peter Parker. Yeah, but what do you guys think? Do you have any other IP or any other games or any other, it's something where you think, man, make it co-op, like open it up to the people to join up.
Yeah, there are a few. The first one is like the most recent, Hades. I would love to have a co-op
my gosh.
Hades game.
Totally.
I think that would be great. They would have to do it a little differently as far as how the rooms are set up and like the amount of room in the rooms. Some rooms are small and it gets very chaotic with just one person. So if they could expand those rooms, I think it'd be really, really fun to have a co-op with that, because I mean, Lucas, you've been playing this every day since the game came out, and
That is correct.
And I played it and I platinumed it. I put in so many hours in a very short amount of time because I couldn't put this game down. And if I could do that with another person and go along, I think that would just be 1-2 best games of all time.
Yeah. Just imagine Zagreus, the protagonist from the first game, he has twins. And in the second game, you play as the twins. And then Zagreus takes the role of Hades. And it's
just
like going through the underworld to reach Zagreus to fight him. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think
That's a free idea, Supergiant Games, if you're listening.
I don't see. I think they need to get out of Hades. They need to go to like Olympus.
No, sure. Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, yeah. It could be to fight to Olympus or something. And
Yeah, something like that.
Zagreus is at the gates of Olympus, and he's like, you're not getting in there. I was never allowed to go there. You can't go there either.
Man, see, it's ideas. Write it down.
Free
You heard it here
ideas.
first.
That's right.
But there's other games. Like I don't know if you've ever played the game called Hidden Agenda, where it was kind of like the supermassive single player games where you're just going through and making choices like the Telltale games. But with what Hidden Agenda did
I think
is
you and I played it together, right? It was like a murder mystery.
I know that I played it with Mel, where she didn't need a controller. She just downloaded the app and was able to make choices like, go left or right. And the majority rules. So if the you can have like, I guess, maybe up to 8 players, and whoever the majority chooses, that's where the story goes. I think that would be really cool if more games would do that.
Yeah.
Where that's like, if you're a streamer like you, Watson, if you're like, hey, you're playing a game and maybe the chat helps become part of the majority, and they can help you choose how you're playing the game. I think that'd be really, really cool.
That would be amazing. Anything to get chat interactive just brings more retention to them to come back. So
Yeah.
For sure.
I would say I think the Pokemon games would be legit if they were co-op somehow. not not like Pokemon Unite, but like the actual story Pokemon games. I think that'd be really cool to go through, like, because in the last, like in Sword and Shield, you have the your friend who's the I don't know, he's
The rival.
the rival pretty much. Like if that was your friend, but like just going through it together, that'd be so fun.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it like they did Monster Hunter World or something. Just do it on a more Pokemon scale and structure it more like Pokemon games are structured.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I was thinking kind of like if they did it like, I haven't played a lot of Monster World, so I'm just gonna be honest, so I can't really say anything to that. But like if they did it like Stardew Valley, which is another co-op game that I should have mentioned because that's just a really amazing game. But if they did it like Stardew Valley, where you can just come in, work on it together if you want to, do the things that you can do with the Pokemon, and then you can like go do your own cutscene stuff at the same time, and then come back and work on stuff, catching Pokemon, defeating gyms, all that stuff. I think it'd be really cool. I don't know how exactly they would do it, but I think it's possible.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think for me, and I don't know if they've really ever done this to much of a degree. I think they've had some multiplayer, like in terms of challenges and things like that. But in terms of an actual co-op campaign that I can think of, the Arkham style games. Where I don't know how much Arkham Knights is touching on that. I don't know how much
Gotham Knights
or Gotham Knights, not Arkham. Yeah. Sorry, Gotham Knights.
That's what it's
called. I don't know how much Gotham Knights is touching on that. Because from what I understood,
it sounds like it is a lot, but
is it?
I
don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because I don't know if it's something where you're controlling. It's just you controlling different members of the Bat family, or if it's actually co-op. I have to look at it again.
Yeah.
But something like that where you're completing puzzles and things like that. Like say it was a Batman and Robin type of thing where, it's the Riddler, and he's leaving all these puzzles for you, and you have to do kind of these co-op puzzles and find clues and things like that. And also obviously fight enemies and things like that. I think that would be a lot of fun. But I'll have to look up.
I love the games that do that. The co-op games where you have to work together to complete a puzzle. Those are really neat. Whether you're playing something like Sackboy, or you're playing another game like It Takes Two, like you have to work together based on what you have, because you're gonna get you have different, powers or tasks or skills and things like that. I think that's sometimes that's. I don't know how that would work in a Batman game, but I would totally be all for it if it's be like, hey, this is a Batman and Robin game.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Or maybe that's what I don't think that's what they're gonna do, but if they're gonna do a Peter Parker Miles Morales Spider-Man 2 game, just throw that in there.
Yeah.
You have to work together. I think they said it's not a co-op game.
No, it's not.
You you can never trust a developer when they say they're not going to do something, because they don't want to give it away yet, So
it makes sense.
But if they don't do a co-op game for the next Spider-Man game, I think they missed a huge opportunity.
Yeah,
for sure.
So Gotham Knights definitely is a co-op game. It is a 2-player cooperative multiplayer mode where the second player can drop in and out at any time without affecting the other one.
There you go.
Nice.
So,
cool. There you
obviously I will be playing that.
You got what you wanted.
Pretty much.
Instant gratification.
You guys covered pretty much all the ideas I had. So my ideas are: give me Broforce 2. I need a sequel.
100%.
I want a 16-bit. I want to go to the next level. I feel like Broforce, the original, was more of an 8-bit, 10-bit game. Let's go to 16-bit, make it even more creative and
SNES
bloody
graphics.
And crazy. Good old SNES graphics. And I think, what was the other one I was thinking of? I got nothing else. Oh, PlayStation Battle Royale 2. Bring it back.
The All Stars.
The All-Star Battle Royale.
Oh,
Refresh it all. Don't copy off Nintendo. Or maybe just copy off Nintendo and just make, instead of doing the silly, like the super move to make them poof into clouds like they did in the game, just make it a blatant ripoff of whatever the Nintendo one's called.
Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers. Just you knock them out of the area. Just get all the PlayStation IP. Get some extra ones from third party guys, and I don't know, even make it like varied. Like do it like Smash Brothers. Do it like a fighter style, like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or whatever.
Nickelodeon's already hopped on that bandwagon.
They played it.
It's like a bare bones.
Yeah.
Is it pretty bare bones?
It's very bare bones.
I bought it. I love it.
Yeah. You do?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I love the Nickelodeon characers. I never played
Yeah.
Smash. Well, okay, I've played a couple times, but I've never had any interest in Smash Bros. Because I never grew up with Nintendo. It was always
Right.
Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
So I finally found a fighter game that I actually enjoyed because of the characters. Like I can be Aang, or it could
Exactly.
or Korra and stuff, or SpongeBob. Like, dude, that's what's up. And
Nice.
Reptar. So it is. I'll give you credit though. I'll give you credit. Whatever. It definitely seems like it has a lot less stuff than like Smash Bros. From what I've seen. Like when you choose the same character, your colors are the same, which is kind of throws you off sometimes. There's been a couple times where I'm playing and I'm like, dude, I'm doing great, and then I get knocked off and it's like you lose. I'm like, oh, I was the other Aang that looks exactly the same.
Wow.
Oops.
Yeah.
No, I could get behind that though.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me a Power Rangers co-op game.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
Absolutely.
I could see Nickelodeon somehow get like the rights to that, because
They
I
did
feel
at one
that's
point.
yeah, and it's a Viacom thing, so I'm sure they could add it into the Nickelodeon one.
Yep. Yeah, Hasbro owns them now, but at one point Nickelodeon owned Power Rangers.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any other co-op thoughts? Long with co-op, couch co-op, multiplayer co-op.
I think it'd be a injustice if we didn't name Castle Crushers.
Castle Crashers.
Crashers, sorry. Yeah. You remember that?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that was huge.
That was a huge Xbox 360, Xbox Live game.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that's when I first played it.
It was huge for co-op too, like couch co-op, just like in-person couch co-op.
Yep.
Which was amazing. I think that was like the last like memorable game until like recently.
Yeah.
I think a certain joiner kind of shares that feeling with you, Mike Doherty, over on the Twitter, because people
Hey-o.
actually wrote on Twitter.
We don't want to forget about Spling again.
Nope,
Yeah,
sure
no,
don't.
we do not.
What did he
Apologies to Mike,
say?
by the way. He said some of the most fun I've had co-op was Castle Crashers with my college roommate. We also had a
Nice.
blast with World of Warcraft. I counted as we were in the same room.
Yeah. I mean, it's a co-op game.
Yeah.
We weren't just doing couch co-op only. It's co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one
for
other
sure.
person that wrote on our Twitter call out that
Hear it.
Watson
Let's hear it.
actually knows.
Full Blitz.
Full
My
Blitz.
boy, Full Blitz. Love that guy.
Yeah, he says, yeah, it does feel like it's changed. I think the co-op campaign or story is being lost, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, and you're right. PvP games have plenty of co-op. Unite, Apex, Call of Duty. But Mass Effect could have had a cool co-op story, I think.
Ooh.
And also the Metro Last Light series.
I've heard good things about them. I've never played them, but
Yeah.
Yeah, those like squad-based games like Mass Effect, or most recently the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, wow, man, why can't we have a second player just drop in and drop out? Just with whoever's in the party to be able to play. That'd be really
Yeah.
cool.
for sure. That actually reminds me of the other game I was thinking of. You had mentioned it, Patrick, and I also grew up playing it. Was Contra. One of the things I loved about Contra is how each level was a different perspective and a different, like, it wasn't quite to the level of It Takes Two where it was totally different mechanics, but it felt fresh. Like, why can't we have a fresh Contra that changes the perspective and you still get that kind of like a Broforce. Like, I'd love it if Broforce combined with Contra, some of the ideas of like changing the perspective or changing like what your goal is, not just like killing all the enemies and get to the other side, but like, going first person mode, or how Contra would do that. That would be sweet.
I think also really quick that a Fable co-op would be really cool, like where you're like going through, like, because Fable is like, it's one of those, you choose if you're going to turn bad or good. And if you get all of the same like story, and like you can watch your friend like turn on you or do the exact same choice as you, and just like see how that turns out. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah,
for sure. Mm-hmm.
Are there any games that you wish would come back and do another co-op game? Like, I'm thinking like Guitar Hero and Rock Band have lost. There's nobody in that space right now.
No.
There's nobody.
But see, that's the thing. It's like, I guess you can do it online, but like the fun of GarageBand and Guitar Hero was like being in the same room, feeling like you're in the same band. Because I played it online a couple times, it just didn't have the same feeling.
No, not the same.
And that's the whole thing. It's like there's a lot of people who, especially now, with the whole pandemic thing, like being with people. I don't know, like it seems like people don't want to be around people anymore, which is disheartening, really sad.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. It's like, that's like for Guitar Hero to put out another game where it almost requires you to be in the same room if you don't have family. It's like, that seems like a big risk.
Yeah.
But I want one. I would.
I hope they take the risk.
Yeah, I do too. I miss playing the drums. Like that was the best.
I wish I never got rid of my Rock Band stuff.
I did the same thing, and I regret it 100% because I thought they would just keep popping it out and keep updating the drums, but they just stopped.
Yeah. I got into it with the 360, and then I got rid of my 360 and jumped back into PlayStation. I got it with PlayStation 3, and then I got rid of it again, and now I'm like, if they come out with something with PlayStation 4 or 5 or 6, I'm gonna have to get it, and I'm gonna keep it forever.
I put a whole bunch of money into Rock Band. Like, I had 2 guitars, I had the drums, I had a mic, I bought a mic stand, I bought a drum stool. I had it all, so I could, if I was just by myself, I could do the vocals and the guitar at the same time. It was just, I had so much fun with that.
And you got the one with the cymbals, right?
That was the Guitar Hero one. I got the Rock Band one, which had the 4 toms.
Okay. I thought Rock Band added cymbals, but I could be wrong.
If they did, I didn't get that one.
Okay. Were you able to cross use the instruments? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Okay. But yeah, with this, having the cymbals really added the realism. Oh, I love that. But yeah, I really remember back when Black Friday was actually on Black Friday, and going out at like 4 a.m. just to get the new drums for the Rock Band. It was so fun.
Nice.
Yeah, and they weren't cheap either.
No, not at all.
To spend like $100 on a peripheral, like I'd never done that before, but for Rock Band, it definitely did.
Yep. And that's another game like we were talking about earlier, where like your parents could come actually in and like play, and like it was like, depending on if your parent had read them or not, they were they helped or they were a hindrance, but it was so fun.
I mean, you could turn the difficulty way down where you just had to strum. That's all you needed to do. You didn't have to press any of the buttons.
And those were like fun for Thanksgiving and stuff. It was always in like New Year for you, I'm sure. Like, that was just a blast.
Yep. Yeah, I felt like that came back into the family with Wii back in the early 2000s.
Oh my gosh.
That was almost like that second wind of co-op where, but
Yeah.
then a lot of people were like, eventually, I think a lot of gamers really were like, "Oh, I don't like the waggle or the motion controls," and left grandma in the dust. Well,
And she's still using her
she
fit.
still loves
Her
bowling.
fit, she's still using
Yes.
the weight, the
The
fit
fit
weight.
board.
Yeah, she's like, oh man,
Doing my fit exercises every day.
yep.
Well, yeah, when you pack in a game like Wii Sports, that's very accessible for everybody
Oh
Yeah.
man,
of any
It's
age.
classic.
Like,
So oh my
it's
gosh,
a free packing game. Like, yeah, that's party games for days.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
tennis and bowling,
Yeah.
so good.
Oh,
I would play tennis.
did you
all
ever
the
play
time.
the Wii Sports Resort where you could do the 100-pin bowling?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was magical. I love the sound to
Yep.
this day of doing a strike with the 100 pins and just hearing the like all the pins knocking down and
Yeah,
coming down. Yeah, that's a go-to for our family still is the
Yep.
Wii. Play the resort, play the Wii party, all those.
Yeah, good party games.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that concludes, I think, our co-op conversation. It's been a good time reminiscing and looking forward to whatever comes out in the future. You never know. Some of these companies may surprise us one of these days. As is tradition, some quick housekeeping where we offer towels, fluff pillows, topped with Andy's candies, and tip you off to the GMG news you need to know. Of course, the GMG has a stream team. But before that, we want to give the floor to Watson to share about his streaming and make sure we get our joiners connected. So, Watson, time to plug your stream.
all right, self promo. Yeah, you can find me on Twitch almost every night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's Twitch /co-op CO_OP trio. And also, I'm really trying to grow my YouTube channel right now.
All right.
Or our YouTube channel, sorry. That's where I'm posting all my Harry Potter Let's Plays, going through all those. So that's going to be, honestly, we haven't hit 100 subs yet, so I don't have a custom URL. So I'll just send you guys
Sweet. Yeah, we can put it in the show notes.
Bitly.
Mhm.
And by we, I mean Mark and Patrick.
Yep.
Perfect. But yeah, so if you guys want to follow us on Twitch or YouTube and Twitter as well. Twitter is just Co-op Trio Pod.
Sweet. All right. And then in our neck of the woods, GMG stream team is going Sunday to Saturday. Chris, our Canadian rock, bright and early every morning, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for Fridays. He's our early bird special. Marc has got representing on Saturdays, currently playing Pokemon for Pokevember. I don't think that's a thing, but Pokemonth. And then I usually play on Mondays and Thursdays, and occasionally Saturdays as well. So
I'll be playing Sunday night this week because I'll be out of town on Saturday.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'll be playing the newest Pokemon game, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
10 p.m.
And
Eastern Time.
yeah, you can find us on twitch.tv. Links are in the show notes. Besides that, if you're not into streaming and those kind of things, of course, you can find us on Twitter, Discord. We would appreciate also if you'd rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Podchaser. Giving us a little bit of, a star or 5, some exclamation marks, encouraging words will help us reach new joiners. And besides that, I think that covers it. So Pat, Marc, Ronnie J, and of course, Watson, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week. And may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
Oh man, I wasn't recording.